99% of hunters walk into a gun shop, look at the price tags, and believe a lie. They think spending $2 is the only way to buy confidence in the woods. They swipe the credit card, brag about the custom glass-bedded action, and still shoot like garbage. The other 1% knows the truth. The relationship between price and precision is dead. Modern manufacturing has made custom shop accuracy available for less than the cost of a good scope. Today, we are tearing down the 5 best budget rifles feeding on .308 Winchester. These are not compromises. These are the tools making $2,000 safe queens absolutely obsolete. Kicking off the list at number 5 is the Winchester XPR. Slings .308 downrange with rugged, working-class dependability. The damage to your wallet is roughly $546 to $659. For that money, you get a solid chromoly steel receiver, machined directly from bar stock, and paired with a massive 3-lug bolt. That bolt throws at a razor-short 60 degrees and is coated in a slick nickel Teflon finish, letting you run the action violently fast without it binding. Getting behind this rifle feels exactly like picking up your favorite heavy hammer. It is unapologetic and built explicitly for putting in the work. When you apply pressure, the trigger snaps like a frozen hickory branch under a heavy combat boot. The recoil is a firm, controlled shove, pushing straight back into your shoulder without any nasty snap. Under the hood, Winchester dropped their premium MOA trigger system into this rig. This setup operates on an advanced pivoting lever principle, mechanically eliminating all take-up, creep, and over-travel. Why does that matter to you? Because a trigger that stages perfectly at 3.5 pounds removes the single biggest variable in human error. It allows you to make clean, ethical hits on game without pulling your shot due to mechanical drag. My only gripe is the magazine design. You are stuck with a proprietary single-stack polymer box that only holds 3 rounds and awkwardly protrudes from the bottom. It is an aesthetic annoyance, not a mission killer. Despite that quirk, the 22-inch barrel is thermally stress-relieved, guaranteeing your shots will not string off target when it heats up. Stepping up the game to number 4 is the CVA Cascade. This platform feeds on .308 and leverages a massive corporate advantage to destroy the competition. You are looking at roughly $500 to $650. For that price, you get a robust 3-lug bolt delivering a lightning-fast 70-degree throw. The oversized bolt knob comes standard, giving you serious leverage when operating the action with thick winter gloves. Gripping this rifle reveals the proprietary soft-touch finish, wrapping the fiberglass reinforced stock. It absorbs any hollow plastic echo when pushing through dense brush. Pulling the trigger is a shock. It snaps like a dry winter twig at 3.5 pounds, with 0 take-up. The recoil is managed beautifully, feeling like a polite tap on the shoulder rather than a sharp punch to the collarbone. Mechanically, the true secret weapon is the 22-inch barrel. CVA equips this rig with a premium 4140 carbon steel Bergara barrel right out of the box. Featuring a 1-to-10 twist rate, this pipe stabilizes heavy 175-grain projectiles perfectly. That means you get top-tier barrel harmonics and microscopic internal tolerances on a budget platform, ensuring precise terminal performance without needing custom hand loads. Look, I have no real complaints here. The flush-fit polymer magazine feeds flawlessly, and dual front swivel studs let you mount a bipod and sling simultaneously. But if you are on a grueling high-altitude sheep hunt, this rig will feel heavy on your back. It is built for hunters who demand high-end barrel performance and do not mind carrying a few extra ounces to get it. The field is thinning as we drop into number 3 with the CZ600 Alpha. This high-tech rig eats .308 for breakfast. Street price is somewhere between $649 to $799. For that money, you get a radical departure from traditional bolt actions, featuring a modified controlled round feed system with a massive claw extractor. Picking this up feels like holding a piece of aerospace engineering. The symmetrical polymer stock features soft-touch rubber inserts that mold perfectly to your grip. The adjustable single-stage trigger rolls over like a polished ball bearing, perfectly crisp on every pull. The recoil impulse is tamed nicely, delivering a deep thud rather than an angry snap, keeping your sight picture steady on target. The real engineering marvel is the receiver architecture. Traditional centerfire rifles need a heavy steel receiver to contain the bolt lugs. CZ machines the locking recesses directly into a steel extension of the cold hammer-forged barrel. Because the 6-lug bolt locks straight into the barrel, the receiver takes minimal stress. That means they can build the receiver out of lightweight aluminum, shaving critical ounces without sacrificing the ability to handle high-pressure loads. I know the traditional wood and steel fanboys will hate seeing an aluminum receiver hybrid rank this high. Drop your take in the comments if you think modern engineering beats old-school tradition. Here is the soft annoyance, though. Because it uses a 6-lug lockup arranged in 2 rows, the bolt can occasionally feel a little stiff during rapid cycling. It lacks the glassy smoothness of a traditional system, but that is a minor trade-off for the massive reliability you get from that 20-inch barrel. Entering the elite tier, we drop into number 2 with the Tikka T3x Light. This Finnish powerhouse runs on 308 and completely blurs the line between budget and premium. You can expect it to set you back anywhere from $749 to $1,229, depending on the exact model. Lifting this rifle to your shoulder, the balance feels ridiculously lively and incredibly fast. The single-stage factory trigger is simply a masterpiece, breaking as sharply as a snapped icicle, right at 2.2 pounds. Sending a round downrange delivers a surprisingly polite push rather than a harsh sting, thanks to the foam-filled modular synthetic stock that completely kills off any hollow vibration. Under the hood, the secret to this platform's legendary status is the broached receiver. Instead of just drilling out the action like most budget manufacturers, they use a specialized broaching machine to cut a perfectly smooth internal raceway for the bolt. Why does this matter out in the timber? Because it creates an environment so frictionless that the twin-lug bolt glides like it is sliding on wet ice. When you need to chamber a second round on a moving buck, you will not experience any binding or stuttering, just pure, effortless speed. Here is the minor catch for me. The proprietary single-stack polymer magazine only holds 3 rounds, and while it is completely reliable, the limited capacity is a frustrating bottleneck when competitors are giving you much more room to work with. It is a soft annoyance, but something you have to accept. This Finnish predator easily earns its elite status here, but wait until you see the absolute monster sitting at number 1. Taking the crown at number 1 is the Ruger American Gen 2. This absolute workhorse slings 308 downrange with unmatched authority. The damage to your wallet is $599 to $769. For that investment, you get a 20-inch cold hammer-forged barrel that comes factory-threaded with a radial port muzzle brake already installed. The entire barreled action is armored in a professional Cerakote finish, making it completely immune to rust and brutal backcountry weather. Shouldering this rifle feels incredibly secure, thanks to the splatter-painted synthetic stock that grips your hands like coarse grit sandpaper. When you apply pressure, the trigger breaks like a brittle pane of glass shattering under weight. Firing it is surprisingly comfortable. The radial brake tames the blast, turning the recoil into a slow, heavy wave rather than a violent kick. Under the hood, Ruger achieved massive accuracy by utilizing their patented power bedding system. This setup uses a pair of stainless steel V-blocks molded directly into the polymer stock to positively locate the receiver. Why does that matter to a hunter? Because those blocks ensure the barrel is entirely free-floated, meaning the pressure from resting your rifle on a heavy barricade or pulling tightly on a bipod will never shift your point of impact. It gives you the high-end precision of number 4, but with a modular stock and weatherproof armor that puts number 3 to shame. And it does it at a price point that makes everything else seem like a compromise. Look, I have no real complaints here. It even features a 3-position tang safety, allowing you to cycle live rounds out of the chamber with the safety fully engaged. But if you are a purist who demands traditional blued steel and walnut, this modern, rugged aesthetic will completely turn you off. It is built strictly for the modern hunter who buys once and buys right. The days of needing a second mortgage to hit a target at 500 yards are officially over. The industry has shifted, and these 5 platforms prove that you do not need to drop $2,000 to be the absolute deadliest hunter in the timber. Modern manufacturing has completely leveled the playing field, leaving the custom shop elitists behind. Stop buying the name on the box and start buying the actual performance. Watch your 6. I am out.